See, this is the first question on the folk music. Open your answer. Now check. Let's first understand the introduction. That part I have not mentioned. Huh? Let me give you the brief of introduction writing also. Intro writing. See, in art and culture questions, if they are asking about the kingdom or period, so what you have to mention in the introduction is, first thing is about the timeline you have to give. Second, place. This is nothing but the period. Let me get it. This is, you have to give the period. Then you have to give the place where it was. Third is the personality. Who was the significant personality in that period, or the founder of that kingdom? Three things should be there in your introduction. Clear? If they ask about the kingdom or period, if they ask about art or culture, you have to give its origin, or if you're not able to give the origin, give the significance of that architecture or art or anything in a attractive sentence. Okay, this is the introduction you have to write. Most commonly you will use this. Suppose they asked, example, if they ask about theater, so what you can start? Origin of theater in India is Bharatnatyam. Bharat Muni's Natya Shastra. Even the music, origin of music is Samaveda chants, Vedic chants. Samaveda origin is there, right? Similarly, temple architecture they ask, origin is Gupta period, initial temples, right? So origin you can give. Getting origin. Suppose rock cut architecture, Bhimbetka, that prehistoric, it originated in that period. Getting? So that way you can start if they ask about art or culture. Next, if they now comes the conclusion. How to conclude? The first way of concluding is give the constitutional basis. There are two articles. One is Article 49, which talks about the preservation and conservation of art and culture, isn't it? Yes. Second is Article 51A(f). The fundamental duty of the citizens to preserve the heritage of India. That also you can mention in the conclusion. The second way of going the global relevance. How you can give the global relevance? UNESCO, either the World Heritage Site or intangible cultural heritage. Creative cities, they have certain initiatives, like the Chola temples are recognized as the World Heritage Site, signifies its global recognition, global significance. Conclusion. Okay. Third type can be the schemes, like there are schemes like Prasad scheme, adopt a heritage scheme. What you can say is that such initiative can help in preserving the architecture of art, right? Implementation of some scheme. Lastly, you can give some suggestion also, but before that, this is important: present relevance. This also you can use present relevance, considering the importance. And one more is the quote. I'll give you some quotes, like I'm giving example of one quote I generally write. Study the past if you would define the future, Confucius said. So what he said? Study the past if you would define the future. any history question, this code fits best. Any history question, save it to use in any question. Okay. Most of the time we use the Constitution, UNESCO, or this code. Clear? So the intro writing, body writing, dimension generation, conclusion. Now the value addition in the history. Last is the value addition. How to make the value addition? The first thing we do is the map. The place I mentioned, the 3 dimension, period, place, personality. Place we will mention on the map. To show the map of that region. So small map we can make in the side. Small map we will make. For example, Gupta period. Just highlight this region. This was the Gupta period. Mention some important places like the Mathura. Just 2, 3. Avanti, Patliputra. Like this. Done. 2, 3. If you are able to mention the capital, good. If you are able to mention the port, that's also good. Tamralipti, Bharuch, something. Okay. Second important value addition in the art and culture is mentioning about the king name. Third, examples. Fourth is diagram. Like you make the stupa. I have like this, something like this. You create it like this. Within 15 seconds, I can make the stupa diagram. Okay, some toranas also there. Here you can make like this. This is torana. Name it. Getting simple. I mean, and you should know like the temple architecture. If you are making, let's say, the Indian North Indian temple. Like this, and just this is Garbhagriha, this is a platform, this is Mandapa, the Kalyan Mandapa, sorry, this Ardha Mandapa, and those all things. This is your Sikhar, and then Garbhagriha. Okay, so like this, small, like the I made this diagram in this year. This is the lower city, this is Citadel, Indus Valley. Small diagram. If they ask like the rock cut. Paintings, something like this they are carrying. Okay, the animal they made like this only, na? So tail also. So rocket temple. So make a box. So one is hunting. This is an animal. So the diagrams make the value addition. Then schemes. If you are able to mention, this is the 5 dimension we can use for the value addition. Okay. Now let's see in my answers how I have written. See, the first question was on folk music. I started with music. Folk music provides rhythm of grassroots. Grassroots means the local people. By depicting the life in the form of artistic representation. So keywords are there, some that you have to learn from my answers. How I am creating the lines, keywords, you have to learn. Because I saw your answers, keywords are missing. Okay, so that you can learn. No, don't worry. I have to give the keywords also. I prepared that also. See here, folk music is a source of entertainment. That part has been missed by you. You have written. That's a good one. You should not miss this part. Like the first line itself says that folk music in India is not merely a source of entertainment. First you say that it's a source of entertainment, but not only source of entertainment. So that's the first thing. See here, small diagram, map. Showing the important Garba, Teej, Kirpat, something. 4. The value addition which was missing in your answer. Then next. Is it difficult? No, right? We can make it, right? Just that we don't know how to make or whether to make or not. Now you got it? This way it can be made. That is the beauty of writing with you. This you can't learn from the model answer if I give you also. In the model answer you won't find this, na? And how much space should be taken? See, it's almost around a half or you 1/3 small map. And naming of it, capsule. Learn. So 2 point I gave, part of celebrations like victory, social gathering like tea song, marriage song, Bihar, like that. Then it also, however, it also provides not only entertainment, also provides reflection of cultural identity. See the subheading how I'm making. It should be the language of the question. Okay? Then only the examiner will understand. The religious identity keyword. It provides religious identity because it says the cultural identity. I am using the word identity. Look at this. Getting? So the examiner will know, yes, student is writing as per the demand of the question. This is the point. The topper will get the marks and you won't get the marks. Same point you will also write, but the kind of keyword the topper will frame will be different than how you will frame. It will more specific. Less word, more specific. Simple example, Pandwani in Mahabharata, in Hinduism, Buddhism, chants, Jatak tells. Religious identity clearly proved. Next, see, social ceremonies, ritualistic songs, dance, linkage. Simple points only, Garba and those things. Folk music reflecting social life. See, agrarian society, like Pongal songs, women role in society, entertainment, education. You see the social life, social dimension, education, women are coming from the framework only. Getting? Small line, two line and more points. At the end, see, Article 49, mandates, sounds of soil are preserved. Some keyword. So is it clear? Are you able to learn what I am trying to show? Yes or no? Yes, right? See that. See how it's visible. Okay, small 3-line introduction, proper boxing of the subheading, map is given, small point with example. See, the points are clearly visible, spaces are maintained. Then Article 49 is being highlighted, underlined. So this way I want every one of you to write, and that is the motto of this program. Yes.
So here about statement related to the states, right? It is source of entertainment and reflection of cultural identity and social life. This is a statement.
Yes.
Till this.
Yes.
And he said is a directive is discuss. So discuss means I thought that there is a positive, negative sides of the discussion.
Yes.
Then I thought I wrote like this.
Okay.
It's point of time, but some questions needs only this part of the directive to answer on that basis. Like I wrote in environment ecology.
See, first of all, it has not asked about the features.
Okay.
See, what it is saying is that discuss means you have to give the points for this: folk music, cultural identity, social life.
Itself.
Yes, you have to give. It is asking you to discuss this statement, na?
Okay.
It has nowhere asked you to write the features.
I thought it is asking us to discuss the folk music.
Then also you have to give. I am also giving the feature only, na?
Okay.
But the language of subheading is different.
Okay.
My language of subheading is from the question itself. You have yourself created feature.
Okay.
But that is not directly asked. I'm not saying this is wrong, but it might give some other indicators. No?
Okay.
Similarly, here also the second aspect, you have written that the folk music recent development. Nowhere asked recent development, right? So stick to the demand of the question.
Okay.
What question is asking? A statement you have to take from there. Within that you can write them.
Okay.
Actually, discuss one more point. From his question I understood is that one aspect we could have mentioned is that there are some limitations also, and try to bring that limitation in almost all questions, because that I have written in the next section. See, let's cover the next question, that is the Guptas. The second question was, the Gupta period in Indian history is often referred as the golden age of India. To what extent is this characterization justified? So first is saying that it is considered like this. So do this characterization is justified or not? That you have to justify. So first, how I started, Gupta period between 300 CE to 600. Time period is given, established by Sri Gupta. Personality is given, termed as the golden period of India. Location is given, So period, personality, place. Three things is seen here, which I just now explained to you how we have to introduce. It can be here also. Clear? Are you able to see that? What I told you? Implemented. If I am able to do within that same time, can you do it? Yes or no? Yes, right? You have to do it. Then such characterization is justified because again the language of the question. It's saying, is it justified? To what extent is it justified? Such characterization is justified in this way. Artistic excellence keyword is shown in the sculptures of Sarnath school. Literature diversity and depth shown in the Abhigyan Sakuntalam by Kalidas. Technological advancement like Aryabhatta Surya Siddhantika. Medicinal mastery like Susrut Siddhanta. I gave a small map of location, exactly what I saw. 3 points. Shown the Gupta Empire. Clear? Next. Other points like temple architecture. I also made a small temple here. Diagram. Value addition. Then political stability, economic growth, diverse art form, because it was asking about the history, not only about the art. So I brought the political, economic as well as the art forms. But since I know that mostly it is known as the golden period because of its artistic excellence, that's why I prioritize that one based on my understanding. I could have written political first if it was like that, but I feel that based on my understanding of Gupta period, it is more because of the art forms. So that's why I prioritize that. Getting? Then here one value addition, small map. With the, you saw that I drawn that stupa within 10-15 seconds. Similarly, I have the practice to draw, so that's why I am able to do that. So you have to practice it, then you can make it within less time. Clear? Then lastly is that, however, there were limitations in such characterization. So it's not 100% true because there are limitations. Here gave exaggeration by the writers. They try to praise the ruler. No? Then economic decline happened, limited to North India. Right? Cholas and those were not mentioned. No? Social evils like sati was there. However, despite limitations, Gupta age is symbolic in cultural evolution of India. UNESCO rightly recognized its temple as World Heritage Site. Recently, they have recognized it. I think they have made some factual error here. Maybe that is in tentative list. Maybe I'm not sure, but I wrote it. Maybe it's wrong, but they won't consider it's a huge mistake because they kept in the list of the tentative list. Okay, so you're getting what I'm trying to represent here is that whatever I explained to you, the dimensions are there or not? Similar, are there those three? P is there, map is there, diagram is there, article is there, UNESCO heritage site is there. Okay, those things only I explained to you just before now. So this creates a reference for you. The same question you have written and same question the mentor is writing. Your answer, my answer. Compare what you can learn, what you can add, what more you can do. It's not like this is a perfect answer. More innovation, more creativity, more effective answer you can write. Like I made a mistake, I accept here. In the previous answer, like he mentioned, the folk music, there was one mistake is that I should have written at least two limitation of the folk music. That I missed. So that you have to add. Please note down. That is learning for me also. Yes.
Then you asked me the question about the grandness. So why is there a necessity to write about the limitations?
Yes. See, when they are making the statements here, they made a statement that folk music is not merely a source of entertainment, reflect the cultural identity and social life of people. When it is saying that, do you think folk music really completely shows the social life and cultural identity? There are some limitations because some are extinct, some are having the religious or the social biasness. So there might not be the reflection of people who were that time considered as untouchables. Their stories have not been written properly in the folk musics also. Because in the village area, there were also the social evils. Huh? So do you think there are limitations or not? And when it is said that the discuss, rightly he point out, I really appreciate that point, discuss. That means you should not say that yes, you are saying that it is important, but you should recognize that there are limitations. I don't see that this is completely able to represent the social life of people. There were people, section of the society which were excluded. Most of the time, women were not given the priority there, isn't it? In the folk music. So the point is, those basically not giving the 10 points, just 1 or 2 point recognition is important. But in the second question, it has clearly said to what extent. So there you have to give more emphasis. That's why you see the 4 points. But here not directly mentioned. But we will mention because we think like that. And discuss, it has said. If it is said elaborate, then just write that point out. No need to give the other aspect.
So how to identify where you have said that they have said discuss, then we have to write the limitations. So how we have to identify those keywords? And
Okay. So let's do one thing. In the next session, we'll start with this keywords. I'll prepare one sample. We'll discuss every aspect with example. Which with if this keyword is there, what to write? If this keyword is there, what to write? Okay.